Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, boys and girls. Glad you made it. It's another So production. It's Monday, May 30th, 2022. Welcome back. Hope everybody's doing well. You're looking at me, you're like, man, where'd you get that cool shirt? Can't get this, fam. You can't get this on the lines. You can't get this in the walk-in stores. You can't get this out the walkout stores. That skin shit, son, daughters, cousins, neighbors, family, friends, gang, syndicate. We're doing it. Hope everybody's safe and sound wherever you are. Yo, a lot to discuss, but let's address the elephant in the room. Okay, you're looking at me, you're like, oh, is that skinny Bert Kreischer? No. Shout out to Bert, but no. It's that extreme heat. That extreme heat's been reported outside. If you're here in Toronto, watch out. Stay hydrated. Drink coffee to quench your. You're dehydrated. Drink more coffee. You're still confused. You're looking at me. You're like, man, is that Terry Crews? I don't know. Look at them tits. Left, right. Yeah, baby. You know it's not Terry Crews, but it's your boy Rob Sadri doing it. No big deal. I'm glad you made it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I had a lovely weekend. And we're gonna, I've been writing, I've been thinking, getting myself prepared for the next sesh that'll be on the stagey, getting ready for that, and been thinking about a lot. But let's do a recap. And we'll ease on into it. And again, we are recording outside. So should the old battery decide to, heat up and run out around the 45-minute to an hour mark without me having a chance to say goodbye, let me say my alohas right now so that we're all on the same page. But nonetheless, man, I'm going to try to keep everything intact, and hopefully it'll be smooth sailings. And if it's not, well, guess what? You're going to have to buckle up, buckle down. Hold on tight. It's going to be a fun ride today, I guarantee it. So, let's recap from Friday. Friday morning, get up, do the work, do the recording, do the sesh, upload. Evening time, I'm supposed to meet with a homie who's also bringing another homie, and just 3 homies getting together and basically having a bro sesh, having a boys to men sesh, having that all, And I was, here's the thing. I don't have the biggest social circle. My circle is tight. It is, we keep it tight around here. And it's been a while since I've been out with like peepsies, just chilling, just hanging. So a little bit, excited is the term I want to use. So it was around 5ish that I left my place, texted my homie. I'm like, yeah, I'm leaving. Meet you guys, at your place, and then we can take it from there. We can rendezvous at your place, and then we can take it from there, whether we want to go for a little walk, whether we want to go grab a drink, whatever gang wants to do. Your boy's what was that? Was that a little bee? Was that don't want to get stung, baby. Fucking, dances like a butterfly, stings like a stingray, stings like a stinging device, stings like, things that bite and whatnot. But anyway, point is that, what was I trying to say? Yeah, excited, right? Friday evening, going out, doing a boys to men sesh. And yeah, it was great. It was fantastic. One thing that I wanted to discuss, it's a learning opportunity for all of us, I think, myself included. And perhaps some of you guys are going to find this story a little bit, maybe it'll be funny, maybe there'll be a little bit of humor, maybe there'll be a little bit of judgment, maybe there isn't going to be any judgment. I'm just saying, I'm going to share a story with you, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So here's the thing. We've all been acquainted now, me and my homie, and then the new homie, all acquainted. 3 acquainted fellas getting acquainted, and we're walking, and I rolled a J with me, just to do that passing of the old peace joint around, just to get to know each other a little bit. So we're just passing around the joint. We're walking, working up a nice sweat. We're going into the woods. We're hiking a little bit. Everybody's just getting to know each other. It's all nice and dandy. And here's the thing with me, fam. You guys, again, whoever's been with me from the get-go, thank you very much for the love and support. Whoever's just joining us today, your boy talks about everything and nothing. One thing that if you've been watching these videos, is that I keep it 150, fam. I can't lower the standard. I can't not keep it anything below 150. Like 100 maybe. Anything below, you ask me to keep it 80, I can't. 99, I simply can't. It just doesn't fly. So when somebody is meeting me, it doesn't matter if it's the first time, it doesn't matter if it's the 10,000th time, it doesn't matter whatever the circumstance may be. If they ask me a question, if I know the answer to that question, I will answer you truthfully and honestly. If I don't know the answer to that question, I say, I don't know. Mr. I don't know. You know me, dog. I don't know nothing about nothing. Just figuring out life one step at a time, one day at a time. And if I can find out, I'll be like, hey, let me find out, I'll tell you the answer. But certain things don't require any research. It's just embedded inside you from that life experience. So when somebody asks you, people trying to get to know each other, it's wonderful. They're like, okay, so Rob, what's one lie that you've told? What's one lie that you've told? Breaking bread, passing around a peace joint, getting to building bonds, the brethren, brotherhood. Oh, doing it, trying over here. So when a beautiful fella asks you, yeah, what's a lie that you've once told? Again, for those of you who've been with me, you know how your boy's like half retarded almost all the time, right? So most people, you might be a little bit on the conservative side. You might be a little bit like, oh, let me not go into my repertoire and yank out a story that may or may not be a little bit offsetting. Some people, if they were asked, what's a lie that you've told? You might be like, yeah, this one time, I was at the house alone, back when I used to live with the parentals. Cookie jar was full. Emptied out the cookie jar, called me the cookie monster. Mama came home, asked what happened to all the cookies. I says, I don't know. Maybe that's something that you'd like to share. So if somebody asks you if you've lied, you'd be like, yeah, I totally, once fibbed about taking all the cookies in the cookie jar. Or, have you taken the dog out today for a walk? And sure, you've taken him out for one walk or maybe 2, but maybe the dog requires 3 or 4 walks, and you're like, yeah, I've taken the dog out for a walk. A little teeny tiny fib didn't hurt nobody. Tomorrow you'll make up for it. So those are always options. I could have easily shared one of those stories, but no. When a beautiful fella introduced by another beautiful fella to your boy, and we're building bonds, and I feel like, oh, I want to be my true self. I want this fella because I rather show you everything as much as I can all up front, rather than you have to be like, how am I gonna read this guy? What kind of fella is this guy? So when somebody asks me what was one lie that you once told, without even hesitation or any sort of forethought, I just go immediately, wow, interesting that you ask what's a lie that I once told. I recollect a time when I was working as a teenager at a clothing store, and yours truly, along with another coworker, decided to play a little pranky poo on the old manager, on the young manager. She was just a few years older than us. So we decided, the coworker and I, to go and grab a little bit of that laxative from Shoppers Drug Mart. Again, whoever's from Canada, from Toronto, you know what I'm talking about. Shoppers Drug Mart. If you're from the outside, you don't know, that's a pharmaceutical chain, and it carries other assortments of goods as well. But nonetheless, I went to the Shoppers nearby, grabbed a little laxative, and just happened to buy coffee for everybody. Coffee's on your boy, no big deal. And the old manager, the young new manager, drank her coffee. She was a little bit put off. Like, oh, it tastes a little funny. It certainly does. There's fucking laxatives in there. And it was a hoot. Back then, it was a hoot. When you're a teenager, one of your first jobs, you're excited. You want to make everybody laugh. You're like, oh, let me get my coworker in on the action. Let's all have a good time. Who doesn't like a good diarrhea sesh? For free. You don't get to work for it. You're losing weight. You're looking great. You got the works. So that's what I decided to share. I'm like, hey, yeah, that was a lie that I once told. And yeah, retrospectively looking at it, big pick energy, grown man, not so bueno, kind of shitty, pun intended. You know what I'm talking about? So, but that's the only time that I've ever, put any laxatives in anybody's drink or anything else for that. And let me just, let's clarify that. That was the only time your boy dabbled in a little bit of that old, let me just, spiced up your beverage over there, and it was for fun and games. All right, it wasn't anything with heavy repercussion. But again, looking back at it as a 32-year-old man, I'm like, oh man, a little bit of that. It's I don't know what it was. Was it ADHD? Was it a little bit of just trying to connect with the gang, with the crew? Was it just being a silly goose? Perhaps all the above. Was it acceptable? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sorry. My bad. But at the same, it's one of those like, at the time I thought, I'm not excusing it or anything. I don't want to get the runs. If somebody's handing me a cup of coffee, I like to think it's just fucking coffee. But then again, you learn and you grow. God damn it. So that, and then I'm not even sure if I remember sharing this story with you guys on the lines, because we're a fam and I share everything. But I remember telling my newly acquainted friend this story, and immediately as my mouth was moving and I'm telling this story, I'm like, oh, you idiot, it's your first impressions. First impressions, what are you doing, dude? Oh man. So as the words were coming out, I'm just like, oh man, this nice fella must probably think I'm some sort of douche. And perhaps when I was younger, maybe a little bit of douche, definitely a little bit of a young man who's confused and trying to make people have diarrhea if possible. Man, and I'm sharing this right now too, and I forget if I've shared this story or not. So maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But if I haven't, well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So if you ask, have you ever lied? Certainly have. I try not to lie in my adult, although I do embellish my stories in here for the sake of storytelling and the jokes. But like in real life, see, if we're doing real lives, baby, I can't lie. I'm one of the worst liars out there, and I don't like lying, because if you lie, you just have to continuously remember all the lies you've told. It's just it's fucking messy out there. So stick to the truth. And you know what? For better or worse, I rather people get to see the whole me, baby. Get a good look at this, ladies and gentlemen, and all of it too, all of it, back, front, bottoms up, bottoms down, because I don't want there to be any misconception of like, your boy's not perfect, certainly far from it, just trying every day to be better. And I think I've grown. I've got some stretch marks on my body that'll definitely be a testament to that. So was it growth hormones? Was it testosterone? Maybe. Was it just inevitable for your boy to get jacked a little bit? Perhaps that's the answer that you're looking for. But nonetheless, man, retrospect, looking at things, everything worked out. And yeah, what was I trying to say? Oh yeah, I was trying to go into not having really been out there socializing for the past 2.5 years, however the fuck long it's been. It just, so getting out there, trying to make new friends, trying to be myself, not trying to, and that's the thing. I don't have the great, like, I don't try to filter myself, and I don't try to, I just try to be my real self. And with that being said, I hope to be able to be like, yes, here's a fella who's not so perfect, who is trying, and who's got the tits, dude. Whatevs. It is what it is. And I wanted to open up, you know what I mean? Or for sure, I don't want to tell you one of these like hack stories about whatever, like a little, no, I want to go in deep so we can build those, you know what I mean? Build those bonds, get acquainted if we can. And for those of you, again, looking at me, you're like, man, how do I get a body like this? Well, you can't. You literally can't, even if you tried, because this is it's a once in a you'd need to find my dad, and he's dead, so fucking good luck with that shit. You need to find him, revive him, get in his nutsack, get into a time machine, meet my mom approximately 32 years ago, and bang, and then get her pregnant. And it's just a lot of work. You won't be able to do it, is what I'm trying to tell. My mom's probably got the menopause right now, dude. So if you're thinking you can just get in there and be like, oh, I want a body like you can't. You can resort to like plastic surgery and shit. And I don't know how the tech works. Maybe somebody can like do like later on in life when I'm far away in another realm. You can do a whole like 3D scan of the bod, make the, you know, somehow get a hold of a napkin that I jizzed into, and then like, you know, merge my image with my DNA somehow, you know, just make a napkin baby of sorts, put it in the microwave. Next thing you know, you got yourself another version of this, and that's still not you, is it? No, it's not. So you see what I mean? You literally can't, but you can get, you know, a body like, you're like, how do you get a body like this? A little bit of healthy dose of stress, a little bit of just working out a little bit. And before I started the video, no big deal, I ran around the world like 3 times. No big deal, dude. That's what I does. You know, I went out there and like wrestled a couple of alligators. I did the old sink and twist. I did the old sink and twist and shout underwater, baby. So, you know, ladies, you want a body like this? Ladies, you want a body like this? Yeah, that's gonna be, man, it's gonna be a hard pill to swallow for your fellas. But, you know, fellas, you want a body like this. Again, healthy dose of stress, a little bit of inflation, so you really gotta, you know, how much am I shopping this week? You know what I mean? Just well-balanced meals is all it's about, you know? Good, at least eat like 2 to 3 meals a day. The rest of it is just like coffee and like, you know, a healthy dose of stress, which has got to keep you on your edge, dude. Keep you on your toes that are on the fucking edge, bro. Doing it, ladies and gentlemen, kicking ass, taking names. Thank you very much for all the love and support. You can find these videos on YouTube, Instagram, Patreon. If you happen to subscribe because you like these videos, that'll help your boy move the algorithm. I'm that boy that just I'm poking the algorithm. Poke the algorithm, baby. Let's poke the algorithm together. Yeah, nudge this way. Fuck yeah. So it was Friday. It's Friday, great evening. Went out there, got acquainted, had a smoke sesh, sat down at a local pub, a local bar, a local, you know, speakeasy, if you will, a local, you know, brewery of sorts, and got drunk, dude. Got a little bit tipsy, not like super drunk. Luckily, I'm at that age right now where I've had a little bit of that experience. When you're a little bit younger, maybe you overdo it, but I know my limit, and I know my limit, and I play within it. 2 pints of Guinness for your boy, and I'm all set. That's my, I don't need more, I don't need less. Could I do more? Could I do less? 100%. But I like to be able to still, you know, I like to be able to walk back home. And that's what I did, man. So had the drinky poo, had a lot of fun, went out there, did another J sesh, and yeah, I was walking home at around probably 11:30, got home around midnight-ish, and it was one of those like beautiful drunk walks, beautiful intoxicated drunk high walks. Not fully high and drunk, but you know what I'm talking about, when your eyes are red, when you're squinting, when you're happy about the fact that the sun has gone down and the fact that you look like a vampire is not so blatantly out there. Like if it was morning time, don't look at me, I'm hideous. But evening, everybody looks fucking gooch in the evening, baby. You really got to be trying hard not to look decent in the evening because of the light, the whole light. It's all about lighting, you know what I'm saying? So that's that, man. Got home, had a lot of fun, it was great, and hope to do it again. And yeah, moral of that story is it good to overshare? Is it good to undershare? It's just good to share. and try to learn from everything and your mistakes. And dude, if I haven't told this story and I just like, I don't know how this works out, man. I don't know how this works out, but if this comes back to like haunt your boy somehow, man, I was a teenager, bro. Let it go. Did she let it go? Did she know? I don't think so. Did she run to the bathroom? Maybe. You're asking too many questions. Laxatives. Yeah. God. What happened to boys being boys? All right, fine. You grow up. Don't be. That's what it is, man. You keep telling boys not to be boys. And sometimes, don't put laxatives. The moral of the story is don't put fucking laxatives in people's coffee. And it's fucking hilarious, but don't do it, is what I'm trying to tell you, all right? And yeah, should this somehow, I constantly worry about this kind of stuff, but like then again, at the same rate, I don't, because you're young and you're wild and you're relatively free, so you do stuff, and then you think about it later on in life. You're like, man. Anyways, enough dwelling on that. So, what was I trying to say? Point is that it is that the heat is on. That's the fucking point. And the point is that, are you thinking of going to the beach today, tomorrow, or on the weekend? Well, guess what? It's Baywatch time. Baywatch time. Well, you think you can just get up and go to the beach? You think you can just get your little bags and fill them up with sandals, with swimming shorts, with your two-piece, with your sunscreen, which I should have probably bought and applied to my shoulder blades right now, would decide the point. You think you can just get up and dip in the water? No, not on my watch, mister. Not on my watch, miss. Do you know what's out there? Do you think you can just get, I've been taking swimming lessons. I'm a swimmer. I used to swim in my dad's nutsack, is what you'll say. It's one body, one mind. And yes, those are all solid points and true. But this is, the thing is, right? We don't need to go to the beach for me to demonstrate beach etiquette, water etiquette, hydration etiquette, beach etiquette, outdoor etiquette, safety concerns. That's the thing. Briefly, when I was a young kid, I did take a brief little concentrated course of, I got a little bit trained in terms of becoming a Baywatch. What do you call them? The people who guard the lives. The people who protect the lives at the beach or at a near body of water. The people who guard the life. What do you call them? You know what I'm talking about, fam. I got trained at a very young age too. I didn't actually practice, but I did the many hours spent training, swimming, doing laps, pulling fat guys out of water. I don't know what for. I like swimming, and that happened for a short period. But the point is that if I were to save your life right now, I don't need to be at a beach. I don't need to be at a pool. I just need you to be opening up your eyes and imaginations, because this right here used to probably be a pool at one point, or a body of water at one point. I'm talking maybe hundreds of thousands of years, maybe even millions of years. Sure, this thing's fucking dried up right now, but look at it, all the greenery. For a second, I want you to forget about the greenery. It's now filled with water up to our necks. So we're neck high in water, is what I'm trying to tell you. And it's so easy during summer, every spring, there's always people drowning. Here's the thing, fam. Always people that, just get a little bit, respect the water is what I'm trying to tell you. If I were a lifeguard, I'd be there just screaming at people. If they should even dip their toes in water, I'd scream at you, get out of water! And you're like, I've come all the way down here with the fam to go to the beach. Get out of water! It's not safe. It totally is. But you gotta be careful out there, and I keep that balance. Because there's some lifeguards who wait for things to happen. Bro, I prevent it. I don't even let you have any fun, bro. You're in the parking lot. You step foot on that sand, I'm there. with a mic, with one of those, device that amplifies voice and sound, and I get there with the messaging. What are you doing there is what I'd say. Oh, we're just having fun, mister. We're just having fun with our volleyballs, with our extreme frisbees, with our footy balls, with our soccer balls, with our, oh, we're just going into the water. We just want to dip our nads in the water, man. Can't you just be, oh man, I just want to take me and my girlfriend out here, and all she wants to do is just wet her tits, you'll say. And I just want to, go not level with water and be like, oh my god, my nuts are so cold. It just takes 1 second, 1 minute, 1 instant for things to go just sideways, real bad. Next thing you know, you stepped in a sinkhole. Now you're sinking. Next thing you know, there's a stingray. Next thing you know, there's a sinkhole and a stingray and there's a shark. Next thing you know, you're in Shark Week, dude. Do you want to be in Shark Week, man? I'm trying to save lives around here, dude. I get excited about water safety. True story, I did lose an uncle who happened to also be a lifeguard. True story, no cap, fam. His fiance went into this is the story that I've heard and I'm sharing it with you as is. Had a young, I never met the guy. He had a fiance who went into the sea. She starts drowning. He goes in there, saves her, comes back. He had water in his lungs and he died. People didn't know CPR back then. Not as many people. And so ever since I was a young kid, my mom always instilled a fear of a lot of fears and a lot of overthink. Yeah. A lot of my anxiety with water is from childhood and just be, oh, careful of the water, but then we're gonna make sure that you know how to save a life if need be. But like, it's this contradictory. It's a mind fuck. I don't know what to do with it. It's like, I got the skills, I could potentially save your life, but I don't want to get wet, dude. I don't want to get wet, and unless I want to get wet, you know what I mean? I don't have to get in there and drag you out, and I'm that type that'll go in there and drag your ass out the water, fam. You're barely even in the water. I'll come in and grab you and I'll drag you out. You're like, man, I can take care of myself. I'll drag you out, bro. I'll drag you out, lady. Trying to drown on me this summer? No, sir. No, ma'am. It won't happen on my watch. I've had enough of this. Kids go to beaches and just, it starts with a little splish splash, no splish splash, no repercussions. Low stake game of splish splash. Next thing you know, Johnny's just fucking drowning. Why? Horseplay, foul play. Tampering of evidence, silencing people. Now we're paying people off. Oh, the system's got corruption. Who's corrupt? You find the corruption and you fucking nip it in the bud. What I'm trying to say is that, be safe out there, and I don't need to be at the beach to go fucking topless and enjoy this extreme heat. I don't need to go all the way downtown because you know what? Money's been a little bit tight as of late. It's okay though. I'm waiting for that new car to come in so I can start getting in the cheese and the cheddar so we can so traveling is a little bit limited. Money spending, definitely limited. Inflation's a bitch, man. So you gotta, mind every doll hair and penny and stretch it. And I could have easily gone to the beach, and in the background you might have had a beautiful view of the beach. Sand beach for days. And it's early in the morning and it's early in the week, so there probably would have not been too many people and would have just been serene and beautiful and peaceful. And maybe we would have caught a little fucking Loch Ness monster just dipping his head over all the way from Ireland, just visiting us, and I probably might have been able to capture that in the background. Video could have gone viral, but no. Instead, we decided to fucking get lit right here in our own backyard, in our own we're in the woods, baby. We're in the who wants that? Did you ask for fun in the jungle? Did somebody say, can I get a little fun in the jungle? Oh, yeah, I think we can give you a little bit of fun in the jungle, baby. So you know what it is? down the line, you know, once the car arrives and we get a little bit of more money in the bank account, we'll definitely make more trips here and there around the city, and we'll go spending, baby. We're gonna spend probably anywhere between like $7 to $12 per video, dog. You don't know the budget. It's tight, dude. It's tight. So it's important for you guys to support the show, support the arts and the farts. But checking out Patreon and talking about it, because this is a one-man band. It's a one-man operation. Down the line, I'm hoping others will join in different formats so we can collaborate and everybody can help each other elevate in life, in all aspects of life. Oh, we're one. For the time being, sit tight. We're not going too far. But we're out here and we're fucking topless. So, again, you're welcome. And life is good. Life is good. What else went down, man? Over the weekend, I believe it was Saturday night. Saturday day. Midday Saturday. Champions League final went down. It was Liverpool versus Real Madrid. Shout out to Real Madrid. Congratulations. 1-0. It was a tight game. Sure, I missed the full game, but you're damn right I sat down and watched a 7-minute highlight. And again, with each passing day, your boy realizes, man, life is precious. And then you grow up, and then you get a little bit older, and then priorities change. You're no longer that sweet little, 5 to 15-year-old who's got nothing but the ball on his mind. So talking soccer, get your mind straight. So our dreams change. And no, I no longer have the time to dedicate to 90-minute games, different leagues all over the world. So my favorite team, fucking Chelsea, wasn't in it. So it wasn't, I'm not gonna lie to you, it wasn't on the priority list, but still wanted to know who won. So congratulations, supporting soccer from the womb, baby, back in '89. Just fucking kicking, bursting mama's water, getting out in the world, bursting more things, and then realizing, man, you gotta slow it down. So all in all, things are looking good, dude. Congratulations to Real Madrid. Congratulations to everybody else who was involved. Liverpool, hell of a game. You'll be back next year. You'll be back next year. I've got a wild guess that you'll be back next year. Because, top teams always, most likely, are always back next year. It's inevitable, baby. It's not even in my hands, dog. I can't control it. So, point is that soccer rules. I'm excited about a lot of things. What else went down? And I did want to share a little bit of interesting news. Again, I've been writing, been thinking some of the a little bit of the more important issues that are in our world today or last week that are, it's things that maybe we should be aware of. I don't know, or maybe not. I'll let it fly out there, and should the butterfly start flapping its wing and then it's causing effects across the globe, that's what a butterfly does, baby. So let's rock and roll. Davos, where's Davos? Did somebody say World Economic Forum? Did somebody say because I didn't make the I didn't make the lizard call, dude. I didn't call a meeting. That's the meeting for that's the elite. If you want to call a meeting for the elite, this is all you got to do. And I've mentioned this in prior videos. I don't know if there's a noise that I'm making with my tongue and my mouth, but there's a lot of people are taking care of the beautiful greenery around you. So I'm making the noise, trying to cause a meeting, and all the lizard people are like, man, who's calling a meeting? We just had one in Davos. So, people met behind closed doors, but it was televised. A portion of it I watched, and it's just, it's interesting. I'm not down with the World Economic Forum. It just, not because I'm so informative and not because I have some sort of inner knowledge of what's going on. Sometimes you just gotta listen to your intuition, your inner voice, and you gotta check out some scenes and be like, nah, that doesn't feel too right. And my intuition, bitch. So, sat down, watched an hour of this video. Panelists, experts. One of the expert panelists was Bill Gates. He had five, 6 panelists, 5 panelists. and they all tie. And here's the gist of this, what you need to know, because maybe you didn't have time to check out the entire hour-long video, and it's not just 1 hour. There are plenty of other ones that I didn't get a chance to check out as well. But once you check it out, and you got to be able to read between the lines with these guys. You got to read between the lines, because everything is projected as, we're doing it for your betterment. We're doing it for your safety. What do they want to do, ladies and gentlemen? The gist of it, and I may be completely off, but if I were to narrow it down, be like, what is the goal of these World Economic Forum meetings and other groups and other councils meeting like this? They are pitching, and they've been pitching, not just as of right, it's been pitched. It's not a new thing. They'd like to be able to mobilize and generate a global governing body. That's the gist of it. Why, you ask? Well, they will use things like the previous pandemic that we just had as an excuse to be like, well, we need to know and prepare for the pandemic. They're already talking about future pandemics, fam, and you've already heard a little bit of this, a little bit, you know, the fucking monkeypox shit. That's lame. Have fun with it is what I say. Find a parentheses break from the WEF for a second. If you got monkeypox, it's never been a better time for you to reach out and touch a friend. Hold monkeypox competitions. See who can lick the most monkeypoxes in under a minute. See who can play, you know how you play, see who can burst the most bubble wrap bubbles under a minute. Same concept, but applied to monkeypox. Get with a buddy who's got monkeypox. See who can pop each other's poxes the quickest under a minute. See who can lick the most poxes under a minute. See who can grow the most poxes in an hour. See who can grow the largest. Have fun with it is what I'm trying to tell you. Parentheses closed, back to WEF. Yeah, so you'll hear topics of discussion concentrating around health and movement, and how we need to all get together and organize and have a governing body that oversees all the other governing bodies that are either councils or groups or benefits or just funds. And it's a lot of funds. We're talking about a lot of funds, a lot of partnership between, who you ask, the private and the corporate. I'm talking big corporation coming in, merging in with the private lives, and names like Pfizer pop up, and big contracts are involved. And yeah, I'm not a fucking scientist. Yeah, and I'm not a fucking expert. Yeah, I'm literally, like I said, half retarded almost 100% of the times. So take these videos as a form of entertainment and take them with a grain of salt. But at the same rate, I do want you to be thinking closely, because if at the end of the day, a governing body can come and dictate to you where you can go, where you can't go, when you can have businesses open, when you can't have businesses open, and talks of tracking movement and travel bans rise up, you need to be listening carefully. We all need to be listening carefully, and we need to shut it down somehow. Perhaps by discussing and saying, no, Mr. Bill Gates, and no, whoever else, Mr. You know, the fucking Klaus Schwabs of the world, the multi-millionaires and billionaires who get out there and have meetings, and really take it upon them. So yeah, we really need to organize and have it. So this is scary, because this is a new form of governance. It's governance without a country. It's governance without borders. It's governance without limitation. It's a governing body that is not obliged to play by the rules of a regular, what do you want to call it, land governance? You know what I'm talking about? Humansies governing. It's a whole lot to take in, and I don't know much. I really don't. But again, listening to that intuition, watching 5-6 millionaire billionaires sitting back talking about how we need to be making more deals with pharmaceutical companies, how we need to be enforcing restrictions and nipping it in the, they're already talking about this as if it will happen, and part of me is like, man, I wouldn't be surprised, but at the same rate, if it happens, you know where to look, dude. You know, it's WEF and others alike that are running amok and thinking that we're all just, you know, we're all just cool with it, we're all just chill with it, and we're not. And although we are the chillest hang that's ever seshed out here in the multiverse, but nonetheless, sometimes questionable actors need to be questioned. And when do you just tell a fellow or a lady, man, haven't you had a great fucking run? Isn't enough? Like, you know what I mean? I don't need you to be, you know, you're taking on way more than you should be. That's all I've got to say on that matter. Bringing back the fun, Da 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 da. That's what it is, baby. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's all about that balance. Do I have the answers? No. Can I ask more questions? Absolutely. Is this or any of these issues at all an easy matter for us to digest and consume and be able to come up with different solutions? No, it's all in the gray zone. It's all nuisance. No, wait, it is a little bit nuisance. It's nuance is what I meant to say. Nuisance and nuance, baby. All in the gray zone is what I'm trying to tell you. So we got to think together, look out for each other, not buy into hypes, not buy into stories, unless they're fantastic stories about, let's say, laxatives in somebody's coffee when you're a teenager. Unless they're stories about, hey, how about watching the fuck out when you're near bodies of water, huh? So that I, a trained professional guarding, the person who guards the lives, dude, you know what I'm talking about, professional saver of, guarder of lives, there must be a term for that out there, right? So that I don't have to risk my life. Yeah, ever think of that for a second? Or is it all about you? Or it should be mostly. I want it to be about you. It is all about you. It's about you and me. It's about us being a family. God damn it! I'm trying out here. I'm trying to have fun with it too. Now, fucking do not try these at home, but also try these at home, because these moves, oh, if these moves can talk, baby, if these moves had words, but I cannot just teach you everything all at once, young grasshoppers. The martial arts that I teach is yeah, I can't have this just willy-nilly out there on the YouTubes, on the internet, so the kids are learning, the adults are. Next thing you know, people are learning self-defense, but elite self-defense. Dodging bullets, dodging knives, dodge the manufacturer of cars. You're dodging a lot of things. But be careful, with a lot of power comes a lot of responsibility. So I can't have people out there getting all jacked and in shape and just like, oh, let me break this door. I don't need this door in my house because I'm so strong, I'm powerful and mighty. And the next thing you know, again, talk about that retrospect, right? It's late in the evening now. It's 11:30. You're sitting there on your couch looking at that door. You're like, man, could have easily opened the door, and now I got to replace this door. Think, brother. Think, sister. Think, cousin. Think, grandma. Think, grandpa. Think, aunts, uncles. Think, second cousins removed. Think, stepbrothers and sisters. Also think. Those are pretty much grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews. Think. Those are pretty much all the family members. So what I'm trying to say is that apply sunscreen so your shoulders don't burn when you're out in the sun. Stay hydrated, and remember to stay close with the fam. Have each other's backs. And also, if you see something that's a little, if you go like this and something's smelling a little bit funky, if something's smelling a little bit, what is that? Is something smelling a little sus? Is something smelling a little sus out there? You stick with your nose and ask questions, but also check yourself, because you don't want to become fucking dogmatic and, you know, get stuck in your ways. And that's not what we're all about. We're all about changing. We're all about asking questions and learning and growing. And we'll do anything to get the growth. And again, anything for the growth and improvement. Because one day you want to be able to look back and be like, look at all the growth. Inches, centimeters, miles of growth. And you'll be able to look back and be like, yes, at least I fucking tried. At least I came in with my shirt off and poured one out for the homies and gave myself a sip too. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know where you are. By the time you watch these videos, it'll be too late. It'll already be in the future. You're watching from the future. We're talking time traveling right now. So if you're watching this in the future, what chances are you are, unless you're somewhere in the woods watching this shit live, fam. Which, by the way, could be a thing. I mean, I don't know how it works. I don't know the woods, but you'll be watching these in the future, and I want you to know that the future is now. No longer can we stand still and be like, man, things might go sideways. Things have gone sideways, but it's time for us to work together and make them go straight again. Make them go at least relatively fucking, down a line where we can all be like, okay, there's the line. Whoa, there's the line, and try to grab everybody from every side. And I'm learning too, trying to do this with myself and everybody around me too. Everybody's trying. I'm trying, you're trying. So don't go overboard on either side. Always look at the gray matter. Always look at the dark matter. It's hard to find the dark matter, I know, but it is out there. So look for it, talk about it, and ask questions. And man, it's great to be alive. So once again, thank you very much. If you happen to like these videos, you can always find them on YouTube. Again, if you hit those subscribe buttons, you get the full-length videos without any interruptions, and you can just watch all the episodes that were before this episode and then talk about it, and then get the family, get the crew, get the gang, sit around, turn off the news, turn on your favorite podcast, turn on and watch your favorite storyteller slash work in progress comic, give it his best on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And again, you want to check out Patreon too, that's fucking awesome. So thank you very much, boys and girls, ladies and gents. I'll be back here again on Wednesday. In the meantime, go get some sunshine, apply that sunscreen. Don't apply the sunscreen. Do your own research. Take a dip in the water, but don't go too far. But then again, how will you know your limits if you've never gone far enough? Because I'm the type of swimmer that goes out into the swimming body of water and just swims till the end. I don't leave any energy in the tank for the trip to make it back. I just keep on going, and I don't care what the repercussions are. Oh, I've not been swimming in a long time. My lung capacity is not as good as it used to be. Probably the smoking doesn't help. I'm halfway into the ocean now. There's no coming back. I'm drowning. You're drowning. And guess what? A beautiful lifeguard hovers around you on top of the water. And you're like, Jesus, is that you, dude? And flashing lights are coming right across your eyes. So I don't know. It could be Jesus. It could be, could be a hologram. It could be, it's questions you ask. You're like, what happened to all the homeless people we saw during the pandemic? Where'd they go? Water, maybe? I don't know. Flotation device, put them on water? I don't know. What's the answer to all this inflation and housing and it's so easy to make cheaper housing. Why don't we? It's the red lines, and it's the greasing of the pockets. And but we'll get into those, and we've gotten into those. We'll come back another day, another time. Love y'all. Stay safe. Go have a couple of babies. High five with your monkey. Yo, I'm high fiving your monkey pox. If you got a monkey pox right now, poking it. Oop, boop, pokey on your monkey pox bursting. Peace out.